So what's up guys, welcome back to Behind the Grind. In today's video, we are taking a look at the new update for Helldivers 2 called Omens of Tyranny. With this, we have a new enemy faction, some new stratagems, and some new worlds to fight on. So before we begin, let's give this video a like and subscribe to the channel as it helps out tremendously and I greatly appreciate your support. So let's get into Omens of Tyranny. So, we have the invasion of the Illuminate, a returning enemy faction from the first Helldivers. With this, we also have new Super Earth colonies to fight on, introducing urban environments, which pit players in intense, close quarters combat. Initial invasion force of said Illuminate consists of multiple enemy types, with these being the Voteless, which are your standard zombie type enemy. These will try to overwhelm you in hordes of hundreds at a time, and if you're not careful, they will overrun you and are really strong in numbers. And they will come from absolutely everywhere, so you gotta be on your A game when it comes to dealing with these guys. But that's all that they are, they're just standard zombies. You also have the Overseers, which are your more stronger, uncommon enemies with ranged options, and some of them also have jetpacks. Now these guys will chase you down with a ranged weapon and their jetpack, and if you're not careful, they will follow you and they will harass you if you try to disengage from a firefight. So you might want to get rid of them quickly so that way they're not just being a pain in your ass for the whole time. And my personal favorite enemy from this update, the Harvester, which is inspired by War of the Worlds, and they're like the tripods that can one-shot players with a heat ray and a shield to protect them from incoming fire. I shouldn't even say that these are inspired by War of the Worlds, because this is a blatant ripoff of War of the Worlds, and I'm all here for it. They're not trying to be original in any way, like they have the 3 legs, they have the heat ray, and they also have a shield to protect them from incoming fire. So it is a ripoff from War of the Worlds, but it does fit really nicely here. The only thing I will say is that yeah, their heat ray will one-shot you. So you do have to be careful with the way that you manage that, and just be aware. However, their shield isn't really that strong. Some concentrated fire on that shield will take it out instantly, and some explosives like a 500 kilo bomb will take out these guys in relative ease. Next up, we have some new stratagems, including a flame turret to help against Voteless hordes, and a manned anti-tank emplacement, which will prove useful against said Harvester shields. Now, I personally did not run this new stratagem. However, from what I've seen is that you can man it and it will really dwindle down the strength of said shield and is really effective against it. So I will say that if you want to give it a go, try it, but I didn't use it and I was just fine without it. So yeah, that's pretty much about it when it comes to new stratagems. And we also have the introduction of Helldivers 2's first vehicle, the Fast Recon Vehicle, or FRV, a 4-player Land Rover with a mounted turret on the back. So this is kind of like the Warthog from Halo, in which you have a driver's seat, some passenger seats that allow players to shoot out of, and you also have a mounted turret on the back. As a disclaimer, this mounted turret does not have unlimited ammo, so you can't just perch up on a high location and just rain hell down from a high area. You will run out of ammo eventually, so it's not really that useful. However, it is fun considering that it is Helldivers 2's first vehicle. So next up, going back to the update itself, this is the initial invasion of the Illuminate forces. The game directors said that this might not be the full faction just yet, and they will not capture planets like bots or bugs. Instead, they will randomly appear on the map and wreak havoc on a settlement colony, and as players we have the chance to influence the ongoing Illuminate invasion over the course of the next several months and the next updates that the game developers do provide us. Now, what do I personally think about this DLC? I think it's pretty fun. I put a couple of hours into it today right before I put up this video, and I will say that this is a step in the right direction for Helldivers 2. Not that it was necessarily going down the barrel in terms of content, but it did have that controversy that we were facing the last couple of months, and it seems that Omens of Tyranny is kind of moving forward with Helldivers 2 and just kind of forgetting that stain that it had in the past. And as a player, we're all here for it. So let's hope that the Illuminate invasion carries out pretty well. And I hope to see a lot of new good content in the months to come. And I hope that everybody else can see that this is the time to hop back into Helldivers 2. This is the call to action to repel against the Illuminate forces. So stop what you're doing right now, boot up Helldivers 2, and let's fight these guys off of these planets and save these super Earth forces. So with that being said, we do have Helldivers 2 Omens of Tyranny. What do you think about the DLC? Let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, this is a free update for everybody, so make sure you go ahead and download it. And without further ado, this has been Behind the Grind, and I'll catch you on the next one.